in this state cooperation for making this a drug competitive experience for all. And now, the starting lines for the Rams team. At guard number 3, Max Nierenberg. At guard number 0, Max Stone. At guard number 2, Michael Stone. At guard number 23, Noah Ivey. And at guard number 42, Michael Ernest. And now to the group formerly known as the Crazy. Here are your 22-23 Pascack Hills Broncos. Left guard, number 2, Cole Pisciani. At guard, number 3, Justin O'Negan. At guard, number 15, David Whitewater. And for number 23, Tyler Sanders. And center, number 35, John Stewart. The Broncos are headed by Paul Franco, assisted by Michael Rock, Mr. John Green, and Mr. Josh Wilson. Your officials for tonight's game, Mr. Sean Stevens, Mr. Eric Eliason, and Mr. George Romero. We ask that all please at this moment, please rise if you can and remove your hats as we listen to our Pascack Hills Chamber Choir sing our national anthem.
And folks, that was our wonderful public address announcer, Mr. Paul Henry, on the mic to kick things off for our main event of the evening this Tuesday night, January 31st of 2023. It's the Pascack Hills Varsity Broncos against the Ramsey Varsity Rams. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thank you for joining us on the PH Athletics YouTube channel, your home for all Pascack Hills sports. We're ready to get things going between the Broncos and the Rams. 4 8-minute quarters, then 4 minutes of overtime if necessary. Once we get there, we'll remind you. For now, though, let's get ready for the tip. Both teams finishing up their final pregame conferences, and we'll be underway in just a moment. So here you are. I believe you heard it announced, but if you did not, in the center is Tyler Sanders for the Broncos, and for Ramsey, number 42, Michael Burns. We're underway with a weak tip, but it is going to Ramsey. It is Ide. Noah Ide with it. Now he's going to give it over to Max Nierenberg. And he'll start things off, covered by Tyler Sanders. He's going to give it over to 0, Matt Stone. Back to Nierenberg now. Out to Noah Ide, who's going to make a big three. First points of the night go to the Ramsey Rams, and it's going to be Cole Pascack taking things up for the Broncos. Pascack over to Justin Onikian now. He'll give it over to David Weidmuller in at forward tonight. Starting at forward, now we'll give it over to Pascack, who gives it over to Stewart, top of the key. Now to Weidmuller. Hills 1-1 today. Freshman lost big, and then JV won by about 15 over these Ramsey teams. It's Weidmuller off the pass from Pascack. Now Onikian. He's going to try and drive in. Now gives it out to Weidmuller. Weidmuller. Some big 3 steps there and a layup for David Weidmuller. That cuts the lead to 1, as now it's Nierenberg taking things up. He's going to give it over to Michael Stone. He's going to give it over to Matt Stone, who's going to miss a 3 in the corner. And now Justin Onikian will take it up. Calls out a 2. Now gives it over to Sanders. Sanders with the pass to Weidmuller, who will give it to Stewart up top of the key. Now to the wing and Onikian. Pulls up. Hard shot. It's no good. And Ide over to Burns. Oh, drew the jump, but still it was Stewart there to get the block. And now Pascack takes things up. Just about 2 minutes burned here in the first quarter. 3-2 is the score. It's Onikian with it. He's going to give it back to Weidmuller, who will give it to Pascack. Back to Weidmuller now from the wing. Back to Pascack in the corner. Back up to Stewart, top of the key. Now over to Sanders on the right wing. Now back to Pascack. Pascack will give it over to Onikian. And back to Weidmuller here. 5 minutes 30. Driving in. Another layup for David Weidmuller, and the Broncos will take the lead. Now Ide on the inbound will give it to Nierenberg. Next, Nierenberg on the pass to Noah Ide here. He's going to lose it, but a foul. And it's going to be on David Weidmuller. Inbound coming for the Rams here. It'll be Noah Ide looking for somebody, and he finds his man, Michael Stone, with the corner 3 to take back the lead. Pascack takes things up just about halfway through the first quarter. And now Weidmuller loses it. Gets it back, though. Now Stewart trying to drive in, pulls up, no good. And it's rebounded by Burns, who gives it back to Nierenberg. Driving in, tipped out, still in from Michael Stone, and he'll get it on the handoff from Burns. Now on the handoff to Nierenberg, and they'll reset. 4 minutes 30 to go. Over to Michael Stone now. In. It's going to be a foul. And it is on John Stewart. So his first foul of the night, second team foul for the Broncos. And now an inbound here. It's Stone to, that was Burns, and now Stone again. Michael Stone, no good on the 3, and Sanders gets the rebound. Crosses over, pulls up, no good. And it's rebounded by Matt Stone. He'll give it over to Ide, and Ide for 3 from the wing, it's no good. And now Onikian to Weidmuller here, who will lose it a little bit. Stays with it now, gives it back to Onikian. And Pascack. Now back to David Weidmuller here. He'll give it to believe that was Sanders in the corner, and it was. He missed a three. Out of bounds. It goes to Hills. How about that? 3 minutes 30 to go in the first. 6-4 the score. Hills down by 2. Inbound here, it'll be Onikian taking it. As the student section unanimously stands up. Onikian, corner three, no good. Who's going to get the rebound? It'll be Weidmuller, but all the way back in the Broncos territory. Takes it back up quickly. Now over to Piscotti here. He'll give it to Onikian. Over to Stewart. Now Weidmuller looking for somebody. Going to drive in now. Kicks out to Onikian. Nice one, but it's no good from the wing. And Stone. Up. That's Ide. We'll give it out to Stone. Matt Stone for three. It's no good. And it's going to be Onikian with the rebound. Weidmuller. No good there. Out of bounds, no. It goes to Ramsey, and Noah Ide will give it up to Matt Stone. Covered immediately by Sanders. And he'll give it over to Nuremberg here, and the Rams will reset. 2 minutes 30 on the clock in the first quarter. It's a 2-point lead for Ramsey. Stone faked the three, gives it into Ide, who pulls up from the elbow and gets another two. Now a 4-point lead for the Broncos. And Piscotti gives it over to Weidmuller. Now Onikian. Now Sanders, he's going to pull up from the wing and gets a three. So that'll cut the lead down to 1. And now Nuremberg will take it up. Just 2 minutes to go in the first. He'll give it over to Michael Stone. And now Nuremberg gets it back. He's going to give it over to Matt Stone on the wing, covered by Piscotti. And Michael Stone from pretty much the top of the key with the big three. And that puts him back up by 4. Now Piscotti taking things up here. He'll give it over to Onikian. He gives it to Sanders. Sanders back to Onikian. Oh, loses it. And it went out of bounds. Oh, no. Onikian lost it, tried to regain it, but no, it went out. The sub coming in, it is Ben Stahl for Justin Onikian. Inbound for Ramsey, Matt Stone into Max Nuremberg here. And just about 1:20 and counting to go. We're in the first quarter of play. It's a 4-point lead for the Rams. Travel on Matt Stone off the pass. And now an inbound here. Ben Stahl will take it, another sub. And it's going to be Logan Bond coming in for, that's Michael Burns. And Piscotti gets it in off the inbound from Stahl. Just about 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Piscotti over to Sanders, almost intercepted there. Now back to Stewart. He gives it to Stahl in the corner for three. It's no good. But Stewart gets the rebound. Back to Stahl. Back out to Weidmuller. He's going to cross over. Weidmuller looking for somebody. Gives it over to Stahl. Stahl with 40 seconds on the clock. Gives it over to Weidmuller up top of the key, trying to drive in. Got a little bit of a screen there from Stewart. Now drives in and a layup for John Stewart there. 11-9 the score. And it is Max Nuremberg who has it. 20 seconds to go in the first. Sanders covering Nuremberg. In comes Ide to screen. Sanders gets around it, off in the corner. Three is no good. That was from Michael Stone. It goes out and it goes Hills' way. 5.2 on the clock. It'll be Ben Stahl with it. Piscotti, 5.2. Puts one up, no good, and that'll end the first. Scoreline, 11-9, an exciting first quarter here. 3 more to go. 11-9, once again the score. Ramsey with the lead over Pascack Hills. We'll be back in just a moment here from the Michael J. O'Brien Court. Here we go, ready to get back to it. 8 minutes until halftime here. It is Nick Luxman coming in. That's the only personnel change. He's in for Ben Stahl. That's the only personnel change for the Broncos, and he'll have the inbound and gives it into Cole Piscotti. He'll give it over to Justin Onikian. Now back to Piscotti. In double coverage, back to Onikian. Back over to Piscotti. Once again in double, maybe even triple coverage there. As now in the corner, back to Onikian. Back over to Piscotti. Onikian looking for a pass or a shot. Gives it over to Piscotti. Into Sanders. Contested two is good. How about that for a shot? And that'll tie the game. Nuremberg with it. He's covered by Sanders. Gives it over to Stone. Now in. It's taken out by... What in the world? It's back to Ide and the Rams here. As now Nuremberg into Bond. Now back to Nuremberg. He's going to put one up and gets it to take back a 2-point lead, the Rams. Piscotti taking things up, just about a minute wasted in the second quarter. Travel, really? Timeout. Very confused. I believe it was a travel. Whatever it is, Ramsey has the ball as Nuremberg is going to give it to Ole Huckstein here. So now Huckstein. Over to Stone with a nice layup. That takes a 4-point lead. As now Piscotti takes things up. 6.5 minutes to go. It's Onikian back to Weidmuller now. He's going to give it out to Piscotti in the wing. Now it's Weidmuller with Onikian, and now Weidmuller again. Back to Onikian this time. Back to Weidmuller, driving in, puts one up, and good. Nice shot there from David Weidmuller. And that cuts the lead down to 2. It is Huckstein taking things up as Nuremberg falls into the shooting guard role here. Stone with a nice pass into Bond. He'll put the lead back up to 4. Piscotti with it. 6 minutes to go. Now over to Sanders. He's going to give it to Luxman, who's going to miss one. Luckman, sorry. And now Ide. Whistle here, tried to put one up. Looks like it'll be a shooting foul. And it is foul on Onikian. Not a shooting foul, but an inbound for Ramsey here. Michael Burns comes in for Noah Ide. That's a Ramsey substitution. We've got just about 5.5 minutes left. It is Nuremberg looking on the inbound. He'll give it over to Burns, who drives in, gives it to Bond. Now out. 3, no good. Luckman with the rebound. And he'll give it over to Weidmuller. Now Sanders in the corner for 3, in and out, no good. But Weidmuller gets it back. Layup, no good, also in and out. It's rebounded. The entire student section thinks it's an out-of-bounds call. No whistle. And it's Huckstein taking things up. As now Nuremberg, under 5 to go. Here comes the champ. Trying to drive in, now gives it out to Huckstein. Whoa, flying through the air with Sanders trying to block one. And now Bond to Nuremberg. Foul! Piscotti fell to the floor. It looks like it's going to be a foul on Michael Burns. Something happened here, and it is first foul for the Rams. What in the world was that? They were setting up for something. Next thing I knew, Piscotti was on the floor there, and now it's going to be the Broncos with it. Luckman gives it over to Sanders with the long 2, gets it. Now it's a 2-point game. And here's Nuremberg. Nuremberg, he's going to give it over to Huckstein. Back to Nuremberg immediately. And now Nuremberg. Over to Hochstein. Spins around, almost taken by Piscotti. And now Nuremberg. Covered by Onikian here. Gonna give it to Burns, now back to Nuremberg. Layup, no good, but a foul. And it's gonna be on Luckman here. 2 shots from the line, it seems, for Max Nuremberg, it looks like. That was the first foul on Luckman. And yes, 2 shots for Nuremberg here. He makes both, it's a 4-point game. Makes the first, Sam Cooper comes in, Cole Piscotti comes out. And for the first time in a while at home, Sam Cooper on the court. 3-point game, 4 if he makes this one. And he does. So it is a 4-point lead for the Ramsey Rams. Cooper taking things up back in at point guard. He'll give it over to Onikian. Back to Luckman now. Over to Weidmuller. And Sanders. I just realized the original starting 5 from the beginning of the year is in. Weidmuller. Whistle here. He was going in the corner. Foul's going to be on Hochstein here. His first, second team foul. Sorry, third team foul for the Rams here. Inbound back to Cooper. 3 minutes 20 and counting to go before halftime. Luckman with it. He's going to give it to Cooper. Now it's Weidmuller. Kind of trapped. Gets out. Now gives it to Luckman. Doesn't take the shot. Now Sanders. He's going to pull up for the long 2 and gets it. And that'll make it a 2-point game. As Nuremberg taking things up, covered by Onikian and shadow covered by Sanders. They'll drop back, tipped, and Cooper gets it. Up to Onikian on the fast break. Foul called! And 2 shots coming for Justin Onikian. He makes both. We're tied up. Foul's going to be on Nuremberg, his first, and the 4th team foul. Somebody's hurt. Might be Cooper. I hear somebody's hurt. They're not letting the subs in, so I don't know what's going on. Onikian misses the first. Now Cooper comes in. And that is... Piscotti comes in. And once again, it is Cooper on the sidelines with an injury. Onikian makes the second. Takes it down to a 1-point game. And just about, 4 minutes after coming in, for his home game return, Sam Cooper back on the sidelines with the trainer. Nevertheless, Matt Stone for Ramsey with it. He's going to give it over to Max Nuremberg. And now Nuremberg over to Stone. He'll give it back over to Nuremberg now. Back over to Stone in the corner. 3-ball no good. It's from Michael Stone, but it's rebounded. And now Matt Stone, layup no good. Weidmuller with the rebound, 2 to go. Ooh, intercepted there by Matt Stone. The sloppy pass. And now Bond out into the corner. Big 3 from Michael Stone. And with 1:45 to go, it's back to a 4-point lead. Piscotti takes things up. He's going to give it over to Onikian. Gives it over to Luckman. From the wing, no good, and out off the top. Subbing in, it's Brandon Mitra for Logan Bond. And now Nuremberg with about 1:30 to go. A little bit covered by Onikian. And now wide from the corner. It's no good. Tipped out. Goes to the Broncos. Onikian to Piscotti. About a minute 15 to go before halftime. Hills down by 4. Luckman with it over to Sanders. Now Onikian from the wing. 3 is good. 1-point game again. And just about a minute to go. It's Nuremberg taking things up for the Rams. Gonna cross over, almost loses it. Onikian between his legs trying to get it. Goes out! It's out. I couldn't keep it in. And now it'll be an inbound for the Broncos. It's going to be Onikian inbounding to Piscotti. 45 seconds to go as Sanders gives it to Luckman. Now it's Weidmuller. Gives it to Onikian. Now back to Weidmuller. 35 and counting. Piscotti, now Sanders. Back to Onikian now. He's going to give it to Weidmuller. Weidmuller to Piscotti. Piscotti to Sanders. Now Weidmuller. And now Luckman. Luckman over to Piscotti here. Now Sanders. Looking for somebody. Out to Piscotti now. 3 seconds. Into Sanders. Blocked on the layup. That's how the first half will end here. Score 22-21. It's the Ramsey Rams leading the Pascack Hills Broncos. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here at halftime. You're watching PH Athletics, your #1 home for Pascack Hills sports. And we are ready to get back underway here. Start of the second half. 16 more minutes of regulation basketball to be played. Ramsey up by just one over the Pascack Hills Broncos. They'll start with it. It's Max Nuremberg with it. He'll give it over to Michael Burns, and he'll give it back to Matt Stone. Almost loses it, now gives it over to Nuremberg. He's going to give it out in the corner. Three ball is good. And that was from Matt Stone there, as Cooper back in the game after being treated for a little issue late in the second half. Gave it over to Tyler Sanders, who made a mid-range two there. Cuts the lead to 2 points. And it's Nuremberg taking things up here. He's going to give it over to Michael Burns. And now Matt Stone with it. He's going to drive in, puts one up. No good, but he's going to be fouled. And it's going to be on John Stewart, his second. Matt Stone at the line for 2 shots. He's going to make the first. And he'll make the second. That makes it a 4-point game. And it's Cooper taking things up for the Broncos here. He'll give it over to Onikian, now back to Cooper, now over to wide mullet. Cooper with a nice pass into John Stewart. He makes a layup once again down to a 2-point lead. And it is Nuremberg taking things up, about a minute burned in this third quarter. Stone over to Noah Eddy. But it's Onikian off the rebound. Layup no good, and it's rebounded by Nuremberg. And now eyed for 3, no good. Rebounded by Stewart. Cooper with it. Cooper over to Stewart. Back to Cooper, back over to Weidmuller. Now Cooper into Stewart, out to Onikian, back to Cooper. Top of the key, now driving in, puts one up, and a foul. Or no, it's a charge. No, charge on Sam Cooper, his first foul, and an inbound coming for the Rams. So it is Onikian taking things up. Now over to Stone. And now Michael Stone with it. Ooh, foul call on Tyler Sanders. I believe that's going to be his first. Inbound here. Oh, big block by John Stewart there. And it's going to be Cooper. Up to Onikian. Now Sanders in the corner. Good! And that'll take a 1-point lead. Stone up to Nuremberg. Now Ide. Oh, big steal. And Onikian with it. Cooper up to Sanders. Over to Stewart, now back to Cooper. Now back to Onikian, back to Cooper. Back to Onikian now. Into Stewart. Now Cooper. Over to Sanders. Back to Cooper, almost loses it. Onikian back to Cooper, back to Onikian. Back to Cooper again. Over to Weidmuller. Weidmuller. Over to Cooper. Cooper with it. Drives in, loses it. Onikian now with it. And it's going to go the other way now as Nuremberg. No good on the layup. And Onikian gets it back about halfway through. And it is Cooper. Now Onikian. He'll give it to, that was Stewart. Tried to give it to Stewart Cooper, but couldn't get there. Timeout for Ramsey. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Well, nothing will get the student section down, it seems. We're ready to get back to action. 4 minutes, 10 to go in the third quarter. Hills up by 1, 28-27. It's an inbound for Ramsey here as Matt Stone gives it into Max Nuremberg. Nuremberg. Gets it over to Stone, back to Nuremberg. Back over to Michael Stone. Foul call. Tried to pass it into Michael Burns. Didn't get it, but a foul. I believe that was a foul on Tyler Sanders. It was his second. Looking to inbound all the way back. O'Nicky in there, but Michael Stone has it. Stone brings it up. Now over to Nuremberg. Now Stone for three. No good. And Stewart brings it down. Gives it back to Cooper. Cooper over to Stewart. Back to Sanders now. Back to Cooper, Stewart, now Cooper, and now O'Nicky. Now Stewart. With two, no good. But O'Nicky with it. And now Cooper. Back to Stewart, back to Sanders. Now back to Weidmuller. They'll give it to Stewart on the handoff. Contested three, no good. Tipped. And it goes the other way. Nuremberg with it. Nuremberg. Travel called on Noah Ide there. Sub in. It's Ollie Hochstein for Matt Stone for Ramsey. 2 minutes 40 to go. And now Cooper taking things up. Gives it to John Stewart. Stewart gives it over to O'Nicky. Foul is going to be on Stone here. Michael Stone, I believe. And that is his first. O'Nicky on the inbound, gives it to Sanders. Now Cooper. Cooper gives it out to Stewart. Now over to O'Nicky. And the drive in, puts one up and good. 3-point lead for the Broncos. And it's Hochstein with it. Stone now. And now Burns. Going to give it over to Nuremberg. Ooh, into Hochstein. Can't get the shot off though. And now Nuremberg back out to Hochstein. Almost loses it, gets it back. Now Burns. Back to Hochstein, minute 30 to go. They'll reset. Big three here. No good. Stewart's going to get it. And it's going to be called for a travel while spinning and falling. Not popular call at all. But nevertheless, it'll be Nuremberg inbounding. Minute 20 to go. And now Hochstein. Going to give it over to Nuremberg. Hochstein with it again. Gives it over to Burns. Big corner three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Bond. He can't get one to fall. But the tip back in is good from Nuremberg. And that cuts the lead down to 1. A minute to go in the third quarter here. Cooper with it. He gives it to Alice Stewart. Now Cooper again with the screen from Stewart. Over to Stewart now. Foul. No good on the layup, but a foul, and it's going to be on Logan Bond. His first. 4 team fouls for the Broncos, 2 for the Rams. And it's Stewart from the foul line for 2. Missed the first, and Matt Stone is going to come in for his brother Michael. Stewart in and out and no good. But Weidmuller with the rebound. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Cooper. Now Onikian. Back to Weidmuller. Weidmuller gives it over to Cooper. Now 25 seconds. Now back to Stewart, sorry. Weidmuller from the wing. 3 is no good. Rebounded by Ramsey. Just 20 seconds to go. Nuremberg with it. This will be how we end it. Nuremberg with it. 10 seconds to go. Puts one up. No good. Rebounded by Stewart. 2. 1, Onikian to end the quarter. It goes off the roof. 8 minutes of basketball to play, possibly overtime. 30-29 the score. It's the Broncos leading the Rams. We'll be right back in just a moment. Eight minutes of regulation basketball to play. The Broncos with the 30-29 lead over the Ramsey Rams here. They'll get the ball. Justin Onikian with it. Gives it to Sam Cooper. Cooper foul. And it's Hochstein. Some of the fans calling for a technical. Foul on Hochstein, his second. Onikian gives it into Sanders. Puts one up and takes a 3-point lead. And it's Matt Stone with it. Stone tried to put one up and one. How about that? Matt Stone on the and one. Foul is on Sam Cooper, his second. On come Michael Stone and Noah Ide. As two from the line, or one from the line, sorry, for Matt Stone. He could tie it up with this. And it's in. Tie game, even at 32. Sam Cooper taking things up. Cooper. Sanders almost loses it. He does. Goes out, and it goes Ramsey's way. Nuremberg with it. 7 minutes, 20 to go. Nuremberg over to Matt Stone. Now Michael Burns. Now Nuremberg. Now Stone with Ide driving in. Called for a travel. Oh, this has got to be the most exciting minute of basketball we've seen so far in this game. There it is, the first minute of the fourth quarter, all wrapped up and done. Cooper into Onikian, blocked. Can't get it to fall, tipped. Gets the rebound though, gives it out to Stewart. He's going to put one up, and it's going to be fouled. Foul is on Burns, his second. 2 shots for, this is John Stewart. Stewart misses the first. 6 minutes, 47 to go. He's going to get the second to put the Broncos up by 1. Ide on the inbound. It goes to Michael Stone. Stone gives it to Nuremberg. Oh, shove. And it's going to be on Cooper, his third of the game. It is Nuremberg. Oh, big steal, Weidmuller on the fast break, layup, and one, David Weidmuller. Foul's going to be on Noah Ide, his first of the night. Here comes one from the line for David Weidmuller. Would make it a 4-point game. Timeout by Ramsey. It is, I believe, a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Or sorry, a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Well, we're ready to get back to things here. Weidmuller is at the line. Just one shot, And if he makes it, we're up by 4. The Broncos are up by 4. Back on come the Rams. Weidmuller gets it, and the Broncos lead by 4. Inbound from Nuremberg to Stone, back to Nuremberg. And now Stone, over to Michael Stone. Back to Matt Stone now. Driving in. Gives it out to Michael Stone for 3, it's good. Cuts the lead to 1. And it is Cooper. Pressed heavily, gives it to Weidmuller, back to Cooper. All the way up, intercepted by Burns. Stone All right, it is out of bounds. Timeout by Pascack Hills. 30 seconds, we'll be back in a moment. Well, we were going to get back to action. There was a little bit of water on the floor, but now we're ready to go. It is Stone into Nuremberg. And now a corner 3, no good. Tipped out, and now Weidmuller. Stolen, it looks like. And yes, Burns, and now Nuremberg. Nuremberg with it. Gonna give it to Burns. 5 minutes to go. Now Stone crossing over, gives it over to Ide. And now Burns. Now Stone, Michael Stone with it. Gonna give it over to Matt Stone. Puts the layup up, can't get it. And now Cooper over to Onikian. Under 5 minutes to go. Hills with a 1-point lead. Onikian back to Cooper. Back over to Weidmuller. Sanders back to Weidmuller. Back to Cooper. Weidmuller between his legs, I think. No good on the layup. And now Nuremberg gives it out to Michael Stone. Over to Matt Stone. Stone over to Nuremberg. Ooh, puts one up. No good. But a foul. Or no, is it a charge? No, it isn't. It's a foul on Tyler Sanders, his third. 2 shots from the line. This is for Max Nuremberg. And bonus is in effect, we should mention, for Ramsey, as Nuremberg misses his first. 7 Bronco fouls to 5 Rams fouls. And now Nuremberg, 1 shot left. Can't tie it up, and Sanders gets the rebound. It is Onikian. Over to Cooper. Up to Weidmuller. Now back to Cooper. Loses it. Oh no! And a lamp to take the lead from Max Nierenberg. 1 point advantage for Ramsey, and they get it back. 3 is good from Michael Walsh. Or Michael Stone, sorry. And a foul. All right, foul is on John Stewart. That's his third. It'll be a Ramsey inbound just like that. The Rams turn a 1 point deficit into a 4 point lead. What are we doing here? Like maybe a timeout? I guess so. Something's going on. I guess we're trying to sort something out. Yep. All right, 30-second timeout for Pascack Hills. I hear that there will be one free throw shot after the timeout, so we'll be back in just a moment here. One shot here from Michael Stone, consider it the and one to the 3 there. And this would put the Rams up by 5 if he makes it. Oh, it is a shot from Michael Burns here. He's going to make it. So a 5 point lead for the Broncos. As now Onikian over to Cooper. Back to Onikian now. And now Stewart. Weidmuller. Onikian on the floor. Now Cooper with it. Now Weidmuller. He gives it over to Stewart. Back to Weidmuller. Back to Cooper. Gives it into Sanders now. Back to Cooper once again. 3 minutes to go. Out of bounds. And now a sub as Cole Piscotti comes on for Sam Cooper. And Nick Luckman comes on for Tyler Sanders, or John Stewart, sorry. Now Matt Stone to Max Nierenberg. 3 minutes to go, 5 point lead. Ramsey in control of the score and the ball. Looking for somebody. It's Nierenberg with it, covered by Sanders, trying to drive in now. And now, almost stolen. I was eyed with it. He gave it back out to Nierenberg. 2 minutes 30 to go. It's now Stone, Matt Stone with it. He's covered by Sanders. Some heavy contact there. He tries to go in. Now gives it out to Michael Stone and now Nierenberg. Nierenberg has an open lane and takes it for a 7 point lead. Piscotti. Onikian. Back over to Piscotti. Back over to Sanders now. Weidmuller. Step back 3, in and out, no good, but Piscotti's there to get the rebound. Reverse layup's no good. Weidmuller gets it. Now Luckman. And Sanders with it. Now it is Weidmuller. And now Onikian. No shot, foul called. Looks like it'll be 2 from the line. Foul is on Matt Stone, his first of the night. And it'll be an inbounds here. Justin Onikian with it. He's going to give it out to Sanders. Sanders over to Piscotti. Minute 45 to go. Luckman for 3. He got it. And a timeout for a minute from Pascack Hills. We'll be back in about a minute. Here we go. We're back. Minute 39 to go in regulation time. It's Ramsey leading the Broncos by 4. Inbound for the Rams here. It's Noah Ide who will give it into Nierenberg. Gives it up to Stone. Michael Stone over to Matt Stone. Back to Ide. Now Nierenberg still with it. In double coverage. Hard press. Over to Ide. Layup is good. He was wide open. And it's 45-39. It's a 7-point game. Luckman. It's going to be a jump ball here. Goes to Ramsey. Ide with it, gives it to Nierenberg. And he's going to give it over to Burns. No, that's Matt Stone. Stone, there's a foul. It is David Weidmuller, his second. That leaves him with a minute 5 remaining. Ben Stahl comes in for Nick Luckman. And Luckman visibly agitated with his left elbow. 2 shots from the line, or 1 and 1 from the line for Matt Stone. He's going to make the first. Forgot the bonuses in effect, and actually 1 more foul for the Broncos, and there will be 2 shots from the line every foul. Both made from Matt Stone there. That might put this game away. It's a 7-point lead, and an 8-point lead with less than a minute to go. Onikian, no good, as Burns, and now Stone, up to Ide. Foul, and it's Stahl. His first, and the double bonus in effect. 2 shots coming. This is from Noah Ide. Ide makes the first. It's a 9-point game. and he'll make the second. So it's a 10-point lead, 45 seconds and counting to go. Pascack with it. Long two is good. Nice shot there. It was off balance as well. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. As Stone, with Matt Stone now, foul call. It is going to be Pascack, I believe, his first. And once again, 2 from the line for Matt Stone. Stone will make the first. Makes it now an 8-point game. And that shot earlier from Pascack, I should mention, was an off-balance 3, so very good. Nevertheless, both shots were made. So it's a 9-point game with less than 30 to go. Wide Muller, now Sanders. Sanders over to Onikian, and now Pascack for 3, no good. Rebounded by Nuremberg. 10.2 on the clock, a whistle. Two shots here for Max Nuremberg. He's going to make the first to make it a 10-point game. And he makes both. It's an 11-point lead. Wide Muller, less than 10 to go. Pulls up for 3, no good. And that's how it'll end. Final score, 53-42. It is a Ramsey victory. Pascack Hills losing, and they'll drop 2 to Ramsey today. Freshmen lose early, JV win, and then the varsity team, unfortunately, with the loss. So for now, though, this is Matthew Merlino. Thank you for watching on the PH Athletics YouTube channel. If you want to keep up with our Pascack Hills sports schedule, go to the hills.pascack.org website, the Athletics tab, and the Schedules tab. That's where you can find it. For now, once again, Matthew Merlino, you've been watching PH Athletics, your #1 home for all Pascack Hills sports.